Have you seen this article about the Glazers refusing to sell Manchester United? Apparently, Manchester United are going to be taken off the market. The Glazers want up to £10 billion for the club. And they feel like, this is according to the reports that's come out, that, the auction that they wanted didn't develop. There weren't enough bidders there. And therefore, they are now looking to take it off the market until 2025 at the earliest.
The trouble is, by 2025, they're not going to get the money that they want, because the way that you work out the value of a club, it's based upon the amount of money that it generates, the amount of income that comes in. And the Glazers are being incredibly greedy or incredibly naive to think that they can get the sum that they want, because the books don't add up.
Are they gambling on the economy getting better? Is that what it is?
The theory that they have is the World Cup in America will bring more American investment companies to the table. Ten Hag is looking like he's building something, therefore United could be a little bit more successful. And also like TV deals and all those kind of things that are coming up. The restructured Champions League, which means 5 teams go into it rather than 4. I think they're looking at all these kind of things. Again, I kind of go with you. I don't think you're going to ever get 10 billion for a club, especially when you could, let's say someone could go, all right, Manchester United is prestigious and all that. But when they look at what, the group have done with City or
Newcastle.
Whatever, they'll just go, actually, we can go down a different route. That's what the Glazers thinking is, according to this report behind.
How do you feel about it as a fan then? Because we get into the numbers a little bit too much for my liking. Is it gutting? Must be gutting.
When the Glazers arrived in 2005, everyone's been against them since then. It's been non-stop since then, and we've just hoped to have them gone. And then when you hear that they're putting it up for sale, it felt like it was too good to be true anyway. But then you see the bids developing and you see things going on and you think, surely it's just a matter of time now. And that kind of brings a little bit of excitement there. Will the new owners be owners that are more geared towards creating a successful football team rather than a team or a business that, pumps money into their pockets? And you look at the dividends spent and all those kind of different things that Manchester United have had to finance for them. 1.5 billion in a hole because of the Glazers. So having new owners, I didn't want state ownership and that would have brought its own issues. But having new owners would have been,
Carry on.
It would have been great. Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to another clip from the club. We are sponsored by Super 6. Absolutely loving Super 6 right now. It's better than real football, especially for me right now, considering we lose every other week. But listen to this. We've got a Super 6 league. The code is Club23. If you enter that, predict 6 score lines every single week, the person with the most points in our league will get a £100 classic football shirts voucher. But listen to this. You'll also be in with a chance of winning £250,000. And it's all free to play. And by downloading the app, joining our league, you help us out massively. So go download Super 6, subscribe to the club, and enjoy this clip. It would have been great to see, but
is there, just to be devil's advocate then, right, in this situation, and this is an honest question, are there some slight positives with how the Glazers have managed Erik ten Hag coming in, a few of the transfers?
No.
I'm not saying it is a positive situation. I'm just asking you as a United fan.
No.
Are you seeing a few slight turnarounds where there's nothing positive about the situation?
We wanted to sign Sofiane Amrabat all summer.
Yeah.
And because of financial fair play issues that Manchester United have, which, by the way, we could have got around them if we had owner investment into the club. So we could have seen up to 90 million, I think it was, invested into Manchester United, which would have allowed us to spend. We had to loan Sofiane Amrabat. He's a player that's been not training with his club since June, trying to force a move through to us. We had to loan him.
Yeah.
Like, we made the first offer, I think, was €2 million loan fee, and half of that wasn't guaranteed. Like, Man United are doing things in a mental way because of the financial fair play issues. That comes down to the Glazers, ultimately. And I'll say when Fergie was there and we won trophies, it was in spite of the Glazers, not because of them. And when Ten Hag does it, it will be in spite of the Glazers.
I'm asking the question because the Glazers are now they're a constant force, unfortunately. They're a constant factor in any question about Man United. So is there any positivity on top of that, which is obviously a massive negative, that Ten Hag is the right manager for a lot of United fans? Got Rashford there on the left.
You can Manchester United fans have been for a long, long time separating their feelings towards the team.
Yeah.
Which, look, I mean, it hasn't always been positive over the last 10 years, but Manchester United fans have for a long, long time had to separate how we feel about Manchester United, the team, and the football club to the owners. We will back Ten Hag. Ten Hag has the backing of most Manchester United fans, and if you hear the fans inside the ground, particularly all of the fans inside the ground, are behind this manager. So I think those two things are very, very separate.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering about the optimism on the football pitch. It's slightly better than it ever has been since Fergie left.
Got that, a lot of Man United fans feel like if we ever challenge for a Champions League or Premier League again, it won't be because of them, and it's very unlikely that we will do.
Yeah.
So
on some level, okay, so, to ask you a Sophie's choice question here, would you rather stay with the Glazers or become state-owned?
Would I rather have owners that
No.
take 1.5 billion?
Don't change my question.
No. The way this is how I'd look at it. Would I rather have owners that are taking 1.5 billion out of the club or putting it in? I'd rather have owners that are putting it in. I hate both of them for different reasons.
But there's a bigger conversation here, isn't there? Like
Yeah, it's true.
And what do you think the feeling of the support? I know there isn't the feeling of a support because football fandom is so layered and so intertwined with so many different things. But
a red card there. That's two-footed.
Say if for this purposes of this conversation, say we use the Stretford end as the feeling. Generally speaking, are the match-going fans supportive of the Qatari
I think
bid?
the match-going fans, I just want anyone but the Glazers.
Anyone but the
I think
Glazers.
there's a lot of people that feel that way.
And what about then taking it broader than that? Can you via your Stretford Paddock channel and things like that? Can you get kind of a bigger feeling?
I think
among
it's
fans?
very split, isn't it? Some people are like me, and they're like, I don't want anything to do with state ownership. A lot of people, and I think what we'll find in football nowadays is a lot of the younger fans just care about, I want my team to be signing the best players and all those kind of things. What will bring that? The Qataris. I remember a point in time where everybody just looked at Sir Jim Ratcliffe like he was the guy to save us.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it became a choice of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Qataris, it was like, this Jim Ratcliffe guy's an idiot. We don't want to
Jim
because they just wanted the unlimited resources.
Didn't Jim Ratcliffe sort of say something along the lines of the Glazers wouldn't actually leave
what it was,
if his bid took over?
I think because one of the issues has appeared to be that the Glazer family, because there's like 6 or 7 siblings, the Glazer family are split on, do we sell now or do we keep it? And I think Avram and Joel, who are the biggest twats going out of all of them, those are the two that really want to stay. So I think his offer was to kind of let them keep their 19-20% of the thing and keep their shares, but he would have owned most of the club.
So that would have been a disaster, though, really. That they
would have been
the whole
silent
point
shareholders.
But the whole point of getting rid of the Glazers, it would be.
It would have been
symbolic.
It would have been symbolic.
It's still there. It's a bit dead.
But they would have just been like any other shareholders at that point.
Yeah. No. How do you think this goes then? We're looking like
2 weeks ago, we heard a rumour that
it's a great cross.
2 great defensive header as well by Delo. 2 weeks ago, we heard that it was going to be Qatar in the middle of October and it was all done and we were just waiting. Like we've heard so many different rumours up and down and it is going to be this and it isn't going to happen and this is why it's being held up and now they want another round of bids. This could be them going, we want more money and we'll get it.
So they won't get it.
No, I know, but this may be them going, we want more money. So
what, in the view of selling it
now we want more money, so we're putting some pressure on and leaking this story.
They've been doing it for a year. That kind of we want a bit more. We want.
Also,
I don't think they're selling, bro.
And do you not think?
I'm so sorry to tell you that.
I don't think that the Qataris or Jim Ratcliffe are ready to spend. Like you know when Chelsea was sold, Todd Bowley and Clearlake massively overvalued Chelsea. They massively overpaid for the club. I don't think that anybody who's going to buy Manchester United are going to make the same mistake. Like they're not going to overpay, and therefore, if the Glazers are saying that we will not sell for less than the price that which we don't really know, but let's say whatever they deem suitable, if they don't get that, they're going to hang about. You're going to be lumbered with them for another, at least what are we hearing, 2 years?
I think it was almost like I feel like they've put this up for sale without ever really wanting to sell it. It's been kind of like make us an offer we can't refuse situation. But one of the things you have to look at is this club currently needs investment. If they want to keep, which what they've been doing over the years is milking the cash cow dry. If they want to milk this cash cow any further, they're going to have to pump $1 billion or so into it. We need, we need to catch up with everybody else around us in terms of infrastructure and things like that. I can't see them wanting to do that. Now, it may be a case that they've found one of those investors that will give them the small, you know, like I say small, it's probably a few billion, but smaller compared to buying the whole club. But I don't know. It just feels like it's a never-ending nightmare.
He's going to keep running, that's for sure.